Well, good evening, everybody. I'm back. Look, we talking about Virgo and friends, and this evening we have our sister Nat on the line. How's
Yeah.
everything been going for you, Nat?
Good. Short week. I feel like days are just going too fast, but everything's good.
See, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. I think so too. It's gonna be a good week. I think that people are a little tired because it got a little what happened? Oh, we fell back. We fell back, man.
That's right. Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, I was checking on that time
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't think Hawaii changed time. That's what I'm.
Maybe that's what happened.
So gotta confirm.
I got you established in 87. I got you.
I actually brought my glasses so I can see those comments.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Next time I will.
Yeah. Established in 87 followed us over from our last show. And so I was supposed to be giving them an Instagram link. And I guess he got the wrong one. So we got to hook him up. But that's cool in the game. That ain't no big deal. So, people, tonight we are going to be covering pet peeves, right? Let's talk about some of the things that bother the fuck out of you. I'm going to let you start, Nat. From a Scorpio's point of view, what are the worst things a person can do to you?
Yeah, Scorpio point of view. My point of view as a Scorpion. I can't stand when, a man says he's going to do something or say he's going to do something and not do it. I feel like that's what I test. I test the men in my lives if they're going to be staying or leaving. And those are one of the things like, okay, is he going to follow through? If he said he's going to come and rake my leaves, is he going to do it?
But I think that goes up all the way around, right? I think that applies to both female and male. Like, if you say you're going to do something, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Established in 87. Oh, John Mikes is looking for Dutch. She may join us. We're not sure. But, she's still our girl. We love her. So.
There goes that time change.
Yeah, man. Established in 87 says, I hate vagueness to my soul. I hate it too. He
hates what? I'm sorry. Can you read it?
He hates vagueness. Like when you can't just say it straight. I'm going to be there at 1 o'clock. I may be there. Nigga, you going to be at 1 o'clock or
not? 1 o'clock-ish.
Yeah. I hate that ish shit.
Oh, well, I do it because I know if I don't say I'm going to be there at 1 o'clock, that means I'm going to be there at 1 o'clock-ish. But I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
I'm like 10 minutes behind. I'm coming.
See, I think Virgo's pet peeve. Oh. What up, Brian Brady? How you doing? Brian Brady saying, hey to EST. Yeah, what's some other pet peeves of yours, sweetie?
Another one is you hit it on the nose on the timing.
Yes.
I don't like it. I'm not saying I don't do this. Like this, I'm around the corner.
Oh, I hate that.
And they're like 30 minutes away. Like,
leaving
don't tell me you're around the corner.
I'm around the corner. I'm at the light. You in your driveway.
Because when I use that, I'm literally around the corner. Like,
or I'm literally
2 minutes away from your house or wherever the destination. Yes. So these days I have to actually ask. I'm like, which corner are you at? Like, your corner?
Share your location with me. That's how I do it.
Or my
just corner. Share the freaking locale, and we'll do it that way.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're not sharing the location, fuck it. I'll get there when I get there. How about that? Because I don't know if you're really gonna be there.
Well, I mean, it depends on their history too.
Yeah, because lately I kind of been like, a little on the late side on certain things. But sometimes I can't help it. This traffic, man. This traffic around here be a nightmare. I can't. What can I say? I planned on being there. I left in enough time.
Yeah, well, you can't control traffic, especially with the weather. And I'm here in Dallas, Texas, and it's just been crazy, rainy, gloomy, and I do not like driving in the rain. So if I can help it, I don't drive in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before I had to for, job purposes, but now it's like it's my choice.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Amen, girl. Amen. Brian Brady, what's good with you, brother? Thank you for joining us this evening. But yeah, man, I think some of my pet peeves is don't wake me up. Unless it's a fucking emergency. House better be on fire. Like some shit going. Because I know what time I got to get up. I don't need you to wake me up to remind me what time I got to get up.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is annoying. No one, try not to wake me up at all. Because I rarely get sleep. Like, seriously.
You
Like,
don't
I'm
want
an
to get.
insomniac. So when I go, it's a beautiful thing to be sleepy.
You can't. You
And
don't like getting wake up
Goddamn.
with some, interesting action.
what's up, Phil?
Hi,
Chill,
Phil.
chill.
Can you hear us? Hey, he chilling.
No.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just leave me alone. Do not wake me the fuck up.
Oh, I don't mind
Hey, me, I
getting,
thought I missed.
woken up.
You lie, bruh.
Who, me?
Like what?
Hold up. Hold up.
So we talk about pet peeves, man.
Hold up. Let me see if my connection busting.
We can hear you just fine.
We can't hear you, man. We
Oh,
hear
y'all
you
can't?
loud and clear.
Oh, I was about to
Mm-hmm.
say. I thought I came into the wrong one. I was about to say, what's up with y'all there?
Nah. We up in here chilling, man. We up in here talking about pet peeves. Tell me when it. So this is Phil. Phil, do a quick intro of yourself, brother.
Oh, how you doing? Nia been like my mom since I was younger. Like, that's all I gotta
Oh,
tell you.
okay. So you're the young one. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Kinda, sorta. Nah, I
he
guess.
ain't young no more. He done grown up on me.
For sure.
So, brothers, asking Virgo and friends, and we are covering pet peeves. Nat happens to be a Scorpio. Little Phil's and I share a birthday, so we both on the V side.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So, what
Who
are
is
some of your
Scorpio?
pet peeves?
Pet peeves. Like,
See, I told you.
like my pet
Go
peeves,
ahead.
does it have to be like in a person or just like in general?
In general,
In
man,
general.
I hate to be fucking woke up. Nat
I hate
don't
when
like
people.
people not doing what they say they gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Or say I'm around the corner.
Yeah.
So I had to say that's a good question, dang, because I got a lot of pet peeves. It's a lot,
Okay, well,
dang.
roll them in.
I'm
Let's
trying to
roll
think.
them on
Okay,
down.
this is what I hate. I hate when you be like, this is just me. Okay, I understand when you be in the club and stuff. You know what I'm saying? How it's like congested and stuff. But I just hate when people just bump me and don't even say like nothing. Cause I know when
Oh,
I be
I
in the
hate
club
that.
and I bump somebody, I be like, my bad, bro. They just act like it never happens. Oh, all right. And then it be the same motherfucker that come by and do it again. Then I'll be feeling some type of way.
And then they
That
look at you
definitely is a
like
pet peeve.
you did something.
Yeah, for sure. Looking at me like, bro, I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? Pet peeves. Pet peeves.
They said somebody just woke you up, bro.
Oh, no. Another pet peeve I hate, bro, is like my space don't be dirty, it just be junky because I got a lot of stuff. I hate when people like clean it up without telling me or try to mess with it because now I don't know what shit is. That too. Swear to God.
Yeah, that could be a pain.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. This a little segment, dude, that you got going on.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
I rock with this joint. You know, but just straighten this joint. You a Scorpio?
Yes, I am.
Y'all dangerous.
Yes. Yes. And we love it. I love it.
Oh man. But my ex was Scorpio, man. They are different.
I hear X, so
Different.
we are. We are a totally different beast.
I think he got his service up and running, John Mike's.
So where are you at, Phil?
Oh, I'm in Virginia.
Oh, okay. Virginia in the house. All
Yeah,
right.
For
for
now,
sure.
for hopefully.
So how cold is it over there?
Bro, I can walk
I
outside
think
on my
cool.
Hmm?
I can walk outside on my shirt off. It's
Okay,
it,
so still warm.
Yeah,
it's
man.
warm.
Yeah, it was like
It's
82 today.
Oh,
for
wow.
sure.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
like
crazy, man.
60s for us.
Yeah, 80 freaking two.
Mm.
I walked
No.
around in a little sleeveless tank top, man. I was good to go.
Mm-mm. I'm I'm shocked. We're a
Yeah.
little chilly over here.
See, see. Yeah, man. I'm sure in Hawaii is beautiful. So
Oh
that's where
yeah.
Who's in
Dutch is.
Hawaii? Who's in Hawaii?
Dutch. She ain't
Mm,
on tonight, but she'll be back.
Oh, I was about to say
mm.
what?
Yeah,
But
man.
when you get used to the Hawaii weather, it gets a little chilly, shockingly, with the locals, we wear a little sweater and then the tourists always look at you like you crazy because it's
Yeah,
freaking hot to them.
yeah,
And then to us, because we're, acclimated to the weather, we're cold.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
that cold, but different
Cold enough.
temperature.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like that in San Diego. That's why I tell everybody dress in layers, man. You gotta dress in layers. Cause if you don't, you gonna be cold as a bitch.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you gonna be
Y'all
hot as
talking
hell.
about these places. Y'all talking about these
Hmm.
places like they nothing. I need to start traveling more. I ain't been nowhere.
Oh
Oh yeah.
man, you done been somewhere.
Like
I
not
was.
like
I
that.
was
She talking about Hawaii and Cali. Like I ain't never been to none places.
Hey
oh.
man. Whenever you ready,
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
For
Road
sure.
Mm-hmm.
I
trip,
might
baby.
I might
No,
not
I
want to come back
don't
though.
want to put Italy in my radar. It's beautiful out there.
Oh man, I miss home. Can't
Mm.
afford it though, shit. But yeah, man. I guess another one of my pet peeves is let's see. I got so many. I don't
That's
want
what
to
I'm
just
saying.
sound petty than a mug. I don't like people drinking in my off my cup. Like I buy my own cups and keep them separate because I just prefer to have my own shit. That's me though. That's
Right.
why I always travel with a hydro flask because that's my shit. I ain't got to share with nobody. Yep, that's all me.
Right.
I mean, you could be choking, and I may let the hey, you gonna have to lean your head back. I'm gonna poke some in.
So
You
hold
never
up, hold up.
know. You right.
Also, I
No.
got a question. I got a question. Hold up.
Shoot.
So you just talking about like, all right. So you know how you go to the store, right? And
Uh
you get like glasses for the actual house, so they
huh.
can't use them either.
No, no, they can use all that. No, I have my own glasses.
You have your favorites. You
Yeah,
have
I
your
have my
favorite
own
drink
favorite
Like a
glasses.
mug or something.
I have a mug. I use typically I use my hydro flask for everything. But yeah, because I have one that's tea size. I have one that I can drink wine out of. I got all the different sizes, so I just use those.
You have your names on those.
Yeah, no, I don't need to.
Oh.
They in a whole nother cabinet that people don't need to be going. If you reaching over my stove, you too comfortable in my house. That's how I feel. And it may be time for you to leave. Shoot. Because if
Yeah, I'm
anybody
over
come
here
out and
thinking
drink
about
out of
all
the flask, I'm
this.
gonna look at them sideways like 3 different times, and then I'm gonna tell them to go put that shit back. But rinse it out and use a little bleach.
It's a lot of pet peeves. I'm over here just trying to think in my head like stuff that really do annoy me, bro. It's a lot.
One of
I
my
hate people who can't park. Shit.
Oh well, that's me. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I'd be like, okay,
He laughing
that's good
because it
enough.
took me like twice to park
Oh,
today.
Facts.
That's why you laughing at me. You think you funny.
Facts. That's exactly why I was laughing. I swear to God.
I know you were. Typically, I'm good with it, man. That's why you shouldn't drink and high or driving high. I was
oh,
only moving from one parking spot to the other.
Oh, that's another pet peeve, bro. I just hate when you high, bro, and you in a group, bro, and somebody just say some dumb shit to just throw the whole vibe off. That's another pet peeve, bro. I swear to God, they just like when they just blow your high, you don't even want to be high no more.
Yeah.
hmm. Mm.
I just had to remove myself from the moment because you ain't about to waste my weed.
Facts.
Well, I took these drops one time, and I could, somebody told me just a little bit of drop because I don't do it that often, and
Mhm.
so I was like, okay, just this is a little bit. I drove home. I was high. I was up. I'm like, how fast am I going? Every time I looked down, I was going like 50 and the
Yeah, man.
70. I
Oh,
was
girl.
like, oh my God, I feel like I'm going faster.
And this is something that we do not recommend anybody do because you really could be arrested for this shit. So don't be
Right,
doing
right.
it.
No, right. Of
Yeah, don't
course.
take the risk.
And
But
never
I
do
do
it again.
remember the first time I drove high, and yeah, buddy, I was in
No.
San Diego, and I had to make it from San Diego to Carlsbad, where
Oh,
my hotel was,
no. I
and
pulled over.
that's like a solid 30-45 minutes without traffic.
Mm-mm.
So I'm
I ain't want
driving,
to lie to you.
and
That's
I'm
different.
I'm in the slow lane, Going slow as shit. I don't think I ever drove that slow in my life. Ever.
Yeah. Well, I had to pull over, so I get you. I pulled over and like, can you come get me? Because I'm too high.
Shit. That ain't no fun. That ain't no fun. Then you paranoid as a bitch.
Yes, you are. You're like, oh, please. Hope
Now,
they
y'all
don't
are different.
find you going too slow.
I ain't never drove high. That's different. That's probably a different experience.
No, you shouldn't. Don't
No,
do that shit.
recommend.
It's
That
the
might be
worst
worse than
experience
being
ever.
drunk. That might be worse than being drunk.
It felt like it
Hell,
was
I
worse.
don't drink and drive.
And
I ain't gonna say back in my day I didn't when I was younger.
Everybody done drunk and drive before. You'd have had that one night you had to. You just had to.
yeah.
I don't think nowadays had to is an excuse though. You know what I'm saying? Because
No,
you
no.
got Uber, you got
I
Lyft,
gotta
you got
get.
like
I mean, this be going 5 miles. I gotta get home, especially if I'm not work and like if I'm like in DC or something away from home. I gotta get home.
yeah. No, I
Okay.
feel you. I feel you. I just don't think like nowadays it's the smartest shit to do because they
No.
checking for everybody.
And these days you got Uber and Lyft. So
Yes.
that's the
John
only.
Mike says I got to be high to drive. Brother, when I get there, it's going you know. Now I won't say that I won't smoke a little bit of CBD just to calm me down and bring the anxiety down, but it's not the THC version. You know what I mean? So
Who
the
is this?
CBD calms me down so I don't be out there road raging on people.
Hey Nia, who is this talking about? I gotta be high to drive. He's different.
That's John Mike's.
Oh, I
Hey
can't.
Mike, you got.
Mm.
John, one of our
Bold.
regulars, man.
Hey,
Bold.
John is tweaking. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Oh yeah, and Brian Brady. I'm sorry, brother. I didn't even read out your comment. He said there's definitely a solid chill in San Diego once that sun goes down. Facts, facts. Oh damn. Well, Brian says, for real, I used to not be able to get in the car unless I was high, but I barely even smoke anymore. Just on the podcast. Thank you
Mm.
for smoking with us, brother. We love it. We love it. But yeah, man. I mean, some people are like that though. They have to have that calming thing because maybe they're on the verge of like, I'm gonna kill somebody. You
Yeah,
send me
road.
out there. I mean, if you've ever driven in big cities like New York, then people can't drive.
For
Mm-mm.
sure, they definitely can't.
And but it's not just them. I think the New Yorkers that are from New York can drive. It's everybody visiting. They don't know where the fuck they going. They can't drive.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, and just because the tag says New York don't mean they're from New York because they could have just rented the car in New York. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people actually request that so that they feel like, my car will be safer because it has New York tags. Well, you still got your luggage in the back, dummy. So at the end of the day, I mean, yeah. Sometimes in those heavily compacted cities, like in Dago, man, I wish I would have had a spliff when I used to have to make that drive to LA. Cause that's supposed to be a 3 hour drive. Sometimes turn to 6, 7 hours. And you be wanting to get out and beat everybody around you just for being stupid.
Do that.
But I feel it. I don't knock
You
nobody's
know,
hustle. You do what you gotta do in order for you to be safe, bro. But stay safe in that shit. And don't be reckless with it. That's all we ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So what are some other pet peeves, Nat?
Mm.
I've been thinking about all them joints right
Oh,
now, bro.
the computer. Like if
I've
you
been thinking
have
about
your
all them joints right now.
Hold up,
computer,
Phil. What you got, Nat?
like you're borrowing, you're visiting, you're borrowing, my computer. I put a guest there for a reason. Don't be
Yeah.
trying to log into my stuff. And
Why are
then
you trying to log into my shit?
I'm just saying
What kind
that's
of friends you got? Who the fuck?
No thanks.
You tell them travel with an iPad. That way that doubles as a TV for your room.
I put a guest for a reason. You don't need to be
Yeah,
knowing my password and stuff.
exactly. Nosy motherfucker. Brian Brady says
People
facts on
really
the
be trying to
NYC
get in your
comments.
stuff.
Brother, I feel you. I've done it. I've driven in New York. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. People
And New
really be
York is
trying to get into
crazy.
your computer.
Hmm?
Yeah, they're trying to break in. And
Who's
this has
okay? She
happened
said
on
like,
multiple
oh,
occasions for it to be a pet peeve.
she talking about like when it's on the guest joint, they be trying to log into your computer. They just nosy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, John Mike has a good one. Any pet
Mm.
peeves with your partner in bed? Yeah, I hate a sloppy, wet mouth. Like, ugh, I can't kiss you if you drooling and kissing me, and it's just too much saliva. I'm gonna need you to hold fast on a lot of that. That's my pet peeve.
Any pet peeves while your partner's in bed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, and
Damn,
don't be a
that's a good
selfish
ass
partner.
one.
If I'm a giver, you better give back. Shit.
snoring. I don't have this problem. My partner don't snore. Thank you, Lord. But
Ooh,
snoring. Ooh, I don't know
yeah,
how you do it. You guys snore. Ooh, that's a
yeah.
lot.
Sleep apnea, man. That's a bitch.
Hmm.
Yeah. A lot of brothers out there, people in general need those machines. I feel like if you got one, you should wear it.
Yes, that is
Shit.
very cool.
Yeah, it's disrespectful to try to make me listen to your fucking snoring. Because I don't snore. At least I've been told I don't snore. Unless you're super tired, then you breathe heavy. Okay, that's cool. I've been that way all
That's
my life.
the moon, though. That's not all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
What's a pet
somebody
peeve of yours
snoring.
in bed, Phil?
Honestly, bro, I hate when they be trying too hard to be sexy. You know, you supposed to like, you know, when you having sex with somebody, bro, they be talking, but it just be like certain shit that like throw me off. It don't be sexy. Like when you said it, you should have just been quiet and just we should have just did what we
Give me
did.
an example. I gotta delve into this one.
yeah, I
Like
know.
it's
Please share.
like no cap, like bro, because I think people be watching too like many sex romantic movies and shit. Like it's like I'll be having sex. I'm just saying in the past, I was having sex with this one girl, bro. Like I mean, she was my youngin at the time, but like she not mine no more. It's whatever. She said, "What the hell did she say on her mouth?" She said, "You like this?" I was like, it just threw me like it just threw me the fuck off. It was just it wasn't what she said. It was like how she said that shit. And I was just like, bro, in my head, I was kind of like, get off me. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know
Can I
about
say
everybody
it's
else.
sexy enough for you, or
It
did
wasn't. It
you
wasn't.
try?
It was not. It was like, it was just dull and like, why the fuck did it even come out your mouth? Like, it was just like, nah. I don't know, bro. It's like she kind of wrote that shit. Like, you know, so when there's some shit like that happen, it's supposed to be like spontaneous. It just happens out the blue. It's like she scripted that shit. And I was just like, nah, this not it. It's not it.
In your head. I don't know if
Bro,
that's the
y'all ain't never had that. Y'all ain't never had that. Like somebody just say something to y'all in bed, and y'all be like, "Nah, that's not it.
that's
He shouldn't
Whose
have
much.
said
dick is
that."
this, baby?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
It's
That
Like,
yours today. No.
because I mean, if somebody says something, wow, like I'm really not into this person. Like, shut up, just do the deed, and that's it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
that's what
Cause
we
me,
here
bro.
for. Yeah.
Cause Virgos, I don't know, bro. I lose interest really fast. Like you could just say some shit like that, and I might just never fuck with you again. It's just, I don't know. This is me. I lose interest fast.
Okay. Okay. So that leads into established 87's comment, right? How about lack of substance? Not knowing how to stimulate me mentally. Ugh. Yeah, that is a peeve.
Damn, look what you taking it
If
there.
all your shit is on some bullshit, I'm gonna get annoyed with you real quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I need you to be able to talk about a book that we may have read. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if I say, "Did you ever read this book?" Your first response isn't, I don't read.
Mentally.
I'm
I
like,
don't know. What do you?
audio book, brother. Audio book.
Hey, what do you mean by like mentally? What y'all mean by that? So I can get like a better understanding
I
So
before I
like
even
think
this.
speak.
intellectual conversation. You know, like I had a ex before that I would actually have to tell him what to do in a sense. Like I don't want to be instructing a man what he should be doing. He should be intellectually like, okay, I need to close that door. Like
Yeah.
instead of telling you close that door, you very, very simple, you know, close that door. Just something or open the door for me
Wait,
instead
hold
of
on. You talking about like if y'all out, he got to open the door for you.
yeah, gentlemen, yes.
But I'm saying like this, you know how stuff goes nowadays. Like some women get offended by that. You open the door for them the way they be
Don't
treating
get me
y'all. I'm
wrong,
just
I have
saying.
no problem opening my own door.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm saying. Like
I feel like
you gotta think about how the man mind work. We don't be thinking about stuff like that. We don't even be meaning no harm by it. We don't even be thinking about stuff like that. We just be like, you know what I'm saying?
So the way I interpreted it is that he was talking more along the lines of having a conversation and having
Oh,
somebody
that's
be able to have a decent intellectual conversation with you. Like, instead of dealing with some fucking airhead that's just talking about these shoes that she saw at Prada, or you know what I mean, or just something airheadish. Like nothing that you can't bring anything to the conversation. Like I may ask you, so what do you think about the presidential debate?
Mm-hmm.
And there's silence, and it looks like I just tossed. You're like a deer in a fucking headlight. You know what I mean? And it may not be that we're all about politics, but at least we know on some levels there are conversations we could have about certain things, and I expect you to reciprocate.
Yes.
Oh, look, let me tell
That's
you something. That
all right.
just girl, I'm
Wait,
let her talk.
where else?
No, no. All right, go ahead,
Nah,
Nat, and then we're
now
gonna
that
jump
you
to you,
just tap,
Phil.
I'm glad you said that. You
Oh,
just
go ahead,
tapped
Phil.
into like my biggest pet peeve ever, and I found it.
What is
I hate a motherfuckers that's quiet. I hate that shit. Like, cause it's like this. Okay, you saying like you supposed to have like intellectual conversations and shit. There's gonna be times, bro. If you get married to someone, bro, I want us to be able. You know, you're gonna have friends that are married and shit. Y'all all going like triple dates. You know, I want us to all be able to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like have a conversation amongst each other. Like I don't like a motherfucker that's quiet, bro. It's like don't have nothing to say because I'm such like a high like conversative person. I just hate a motherfucker to just sit there and just not say nothing when a good conversation is going. Like tap in, you feel me? That's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
pet peeve for me.
Yes. Yes.
Check in. Let me know that you're still alive over there. You're not just
Mm-hmm.
breathing. All right, Brian Brady says, stealing the covers, ladies. Oh shit. I mean, I got a solution. I got a solution. At my house, we each got a cover.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What?
Or get in the
For
Yeah,
middle.
real?
yeah. Like
Share.
I sleep under one cover, especially after we're done doing whatever we're gonna, after if we've had a visit, then yeah, I get up under my cover, and my cover is usually, excuse me, the bed spread. He has this thing for this Gucci blanket that he got overseas, and so that's his cover. He rolls up in that, and I roll up in my shit, and he ain't even mad. Or if you're in a queen size, just get a king size comforter.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
usually go larger on my comforters so that there's enough room for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now I got my king, and so I had to go to a California king.
That's
But
smart.
you know that's how. Yeah, yeah. That's what I found helps, bro. Try it out. Let me know.
Yeah.
All
It's
right,
not a. They
established in
said it
87
said
says
it's not
go.
all about sex. The converse behind the service and love stuff, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you. I feel it. Hold on, let me before I even say something. Make sure I read that right. He said it's not about the sex, bro. I need you to be able to converse beyond the surface level stuff. What does he mean by that? Before I say something.
So he could be talking about like social economic justice. He could be talking about a wide array of things. Hell,
Mm-hmm.
you could be into astrology, and it's just having that. Excuse me.
I
I'm
know.
a Scorpio or I'm a Virgo, but going a little deeper into having the conversation about what that really means and what it means to you and how we come together with different perspectives, and it's just about having a deeper conversation about
All right.
any topic. It could be a deeper conversation about football, hell, baseball. It could be a deeper conversation about whatever you guys share a joint interest in.
I got a question, and
Shoot.
this for both of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna find out with people's heads at. I gotta know about this. So he just said it's not all about sex. I'm gonna just cut the line right there. Would y'all rather one? Okay, y'all can't have two. I'm just letting y'all know y'all can't have both. So y'all got a two-way, one-way go with this. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it's the truth. So
What?
would you rather have the intellectual man that's just intellectual, or would you rather have the sexual dude that's not intellectual? No, oh, my bad. Let me reword that. Would you rather have the intellectual dude that's not sexual, or the sexual dude that's not intellectual? I gotta hear y'all. I gotta hear this one.
I'm gonna say the first one. So I'd rather have the intellectual that's not sexual, because in this day and in times, if I need to be pleased, I can go buy me a toy. But
Oh
Mm-hmm.
I
man,
don't want to
that would
sit
defeat
at the table with no dummy.
the purpose. No, we're not saying he's dumb.
I
Maybe
mean,
he just he's not dumb.
if he ain't
Maybe he
intellectual,
Yeah. I mean,
No,
what?
no, 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 no. He's probably just not on your level of what you think intellectual is. Like, not everybody want to sit there and have like, you know what I'm saying? Some people want to have basic conversations. You know what I'm saying? Some
No. No.
people,
I gotta go with Nia with intellectual because
I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro.
you get bored, and
yeah,
that is a another level of intimacy. You
yeah.
know, intellectual, being able to have a great conversation. That is just like
A
above level
connection. Yeah.
intimacy versus regular sex.
Yeah.
This all I'm gonna say right here.
And wait. I got one more point. And with
But
the sex, that shit can go away.
Mm-hmm.
As you get
ooh,
older, that shit ain't gonna be there no more. Your dick may stop working. I'm not talking about you particularly, but I'm just saying your dick may stop working.
I mean, okay, that's a
And
difference.
if that's all you offering,
Damn.
I'm saying
then I
though,
don't want it.
Yeah.
we talking about like, okay, you talk about like it just not working no more. I'm talking about not being able to do that. This is just me. Oh God, I'm a very, 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 very sexual person. Like I've been since I was young. I've been grew up on that shit. I done seen some shit. Like she gotta be that. Well, I'm just not. Let me tell you something. Everybody be like talking about like they want to be intellectual and all that, blah blah. I understand that, but the first attraction is like always a sexual attraction. And I'll be feeling like, bro, if she
But how
can't,
many girls have you dated that it was a sexual attraction and then you find out she's dumb as a doorknob?
And you,
no, but at the same time, but not that's true. I feel like that's everybody, but I'm just saying, bro. I feel like you can build like I feel like this. Okay, I'm not saying she's dumb. We're not saying people are dumb, bro. They probably just not on the same type of mindset level as him. And I feel like over time, as I talk to them, you know what I'm saying, it's a possibility that they could pick up on some stuff that I'm telling them and learn for themselves. But when you're not good at sex, bro, bro, let me tell you something. I never heard of a couple, bro. This is just me. I never heard of somebody being like, I mean, probably from a female standpoint, I never heard a man being like bad at sex and he just getting good.
Oh my
That
God. There are
oh,
I,
way too many of y'all out there to name. And so I won't even go down that rabbit hole.
I'm
But
just saying.
there
that's
I'm
are plenty of dudes that
boring.
don't know what the fuck they doing.
and
Yeah.
they learn and
I
get
mean,
good.
some chick them blew up their little head and told them that they got a big dick and took it all the way out the line and now these Negroes believe it.
Because
And
they
so what
style
they
you.
do is they go disappoint after disappoint after disappoint because they can't believe, you know, that the chick that he was paying all the rent for and everything said he had a big dick and why everybody else says he had a little one.
Oh,
But
oh
but yeah,
God.
there's bad on both sides. I think that I would rather learn my partner
Mm-hmm.
than have to teach them common things that
They
like
should.
I like to sit and watch Jeopardy. Shit, I want you to participate a little bit.
I mean,
Come
all
on,
right,
you
now
gotta
we
get
talking.
one question. I
All
was
right,
getting
then.
questions at 5. I mean at 10.
All right, then. All
You
right,
gotta
baby.
get
Now
one.
you,
Just
hold
one.
on.
But look, Brian Brady said I don't read is a deal breaker for me. Facts. Yep.
Mm.
Established in 81 is yeah, he's second in that shit.
Oh, he talking about don't like read books.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even hold to. I ain't not gonna hold y'all. I'm smart as it can be. I don't read books. I don't. I don't. I just don't. That's just something that I don't do, and I'm far from stupid.
No, no.
Like
Well, where do you get all your information from?
from just common sense and seeing it. I like real life stuff. People like think about it, bro. Anything in a book can just be written. Like you can have book smarts and not have common sense stuff.
Oh
Like when
yeah.
you see,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I like it's like this, bro. I could be out in the world and I see something happen, a situation happen, or it can only have to be a situation. It can just be something I can put in my brain. Oh, that's what's happening. That's not. I'm not about to learn that in the book. That's real life. You know what I'm saying? Imagine reading a book your whole life and then you see something you never seen in a book. You be like, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that person.
So I think that there's a fine there's a line and not to say because I'm from an older generation, obviously, right? So I'm going to say for my generation, I like to know that a man has read something. You know what I mean? Because I like to discuss books. I like reading like the history of Malcolm X or the autobiography of Malcolm X changed my fucking life. It literally changed my life. Soul on Ice, and there's some great books out there. And I can tell you, not necessarily from a textbook standpoint, but like when I was in college, I would read my textbooks, but in between, I was reading like fucking Donald Goines. You know what I'm saying? Horson and all these pimp and all that shit. That shit was stimulating to me. And you know what me and my friends did is we talked about it. Cause those are some old school pimping Detroit. I'ma slap a hoe type books, you know. So
Mhm.
it depends. And then I joined a book club later in life, and you know, I read with my girlfriends or whatever, and we discussed the book. But I think there's a lot of history. And you know, one of the famous sayings is, if you ever want to hide something from a black man, you put it in a book, because they know we don't read. They know we don't. They expect us not to. So there are laws and things in those books. I mean, shit, I read the Constitution about 50 times just to make sure I understood that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But that was in a book. And
Yeah.
these are my rights. So I want to be aware of those things. So again, I think it's coming from a different perspective in different generations, because like you've got a lot to keep up with in your generation, kiddo. You got
Mm.
a lot of shit
It's
happening.
messed up.
Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Do I
And so
really
for
need to
me,
read a
I had
book?
the
I'm
fortunate opportunity
No,
of being
I'm
able to read Shakespeare and shit like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm rambling. Go ahead, Phil,
no,
and then
we
I'm gonna come
listen
to you,
to
Nat.
you. We listen to you.
gonna say do audiobooks. I mean,
Yeah,
Alexa tells you everything you ask. Google. I mean,
yeah,
there's information that this generation is so lucky to have as far. But I think it makes them dumb too. You know, because they're not reading those books and getting the whole view versus just a verb of what Alexa tells you or
yeah.
what Siri, just not really checking those
Google.
behind it and just like, oh, okay, well, she says it must be true.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of times, I mean, there are so many books out there that, oh my God, like the Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison, right? She wrote this book a long time ago. You know what that book is about? That book is
What?
about us being lynched, but then us lynching those who lynch us. You know what I'm saying? So when you read between the lines and you find the nuances, and these people were having these discussions and they were putting out literature like this back in the day. Like we
Like
talking
we.
in the 40s and the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about lynching a white man in the book. That's the only place you would see it. They wasn't gonna put it in the paper.
Mm.
So yeah, that time frame for me, that was something special. That was definitely something special. I'm
I feel
sorry,
like
y'all. I got off the
we,
comments real quick.
we
Let's go about keep going. So established 87 says me and my lady have our own covers too. Brian Brady says, been there, done that. John Mike says he's right. I'm gonna participate in the Wheel of Fortune. I ain't mad at you, John. I ain't mad at you. I watch both. Shit. Brian Brady says sex can be learned and taught. Personally, it's something you either got or you don't. Yeah, facts.
well, he's
Cause
saying
like,
sex. He's saying. Hold up. Time out. That,
Mm.
bro, I'm not gonna even lie to you. I must ain't been around that long. Cause any girl that I had sex with that wasn't good, that joint just wasn't it. It just wasn't like
but was it because her pussy was worn out, or was it because she just sucked at
nah.
everything?
It's just like I don't know if I was just more advanced than these joints, so just I expect better, or like I don't know.
Young women, some of the young women are still learning
Now I ain't
versus
gonna lie to you. Like it's
they,
been some older joints too. If you talking about personal spirit, I didn't hit them all. Like not saying like that, but I'm saying like from like what you want to do, like from 21 to 25 to 30. I'm just saying like I feel like I gotta have bad experiences with every single age group.
young though. This depends on how many partners they had. You gotta figure it out. And plus, if they don't get no feedback, they wouldn't know any better.
Yeah, if you just run off, don't
Oh
say
no,
shit,
you give them
how
the
you gonna be good
feedback when
for the next one?
you can't give them the feedback. They can't take the feedback. You know
Well,
they can't take the
Oh, well, if they
feedback.
can't take the feedback, then push on.
they're
But
listening.
Oh, hold up. That's about 85 to 95% of women. Y'all the 5%. They don't want to hear that.
I mean, I feel like when I start a sexual relationship, that person has to learn me, and I have to learn them on some levels. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't like everything. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I have to learn from him what he likes, and how and I respond to how his body responds to.
Yeah,
But
what I'm
that's just
saying.
something that I've learned
I
in
mean,
my
that's like
18
extra
number of
stuff. I'm
years.
talking about just like regular sex. When that joint happen, bro, it either bust or it don't. That joint either hit or it don't. That's just how I be feeling about it. Like first impression is everything. I'm letting you know right now, bro. First time I had sex with a girl, bro. I'm just saying me. I don't know how everybody look at it. I make them remember me. Like if we don't be together, this is how this shit supposed to be. I like leaving my mark on shit, even if it ain't mine.
That's
That's
because
just
we're
me.
competitive people as Virgos,
Yeah,
brother.
like
Okay. Okay.
You don't want to look. You don't want. That's like this. You going in for your job interview, and you go in that joint, and you just mess up. He's not gonna hire you. And say you're the boss at another job. I remember this guy. I can't hire him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah.
go. You gotta go stupid.
To get
So I'm just a big thing. I gotta really like you. I gotta really like you. That's the thing. I gotta really like you.
See, I feel you. I feel you. John Mike said, "Okay, Kanye." I don't know what that means.
a second
This
chance.
nigga, hey, tell him what he mean by that. He
Yeah,
said
yeah, John
Kanye.
Mike's come back for us. Come back
He,
for us.
he
It
said
sounds in
Kanye.
87. It's not about reading books. It's about craving knowledge. Knowledge isn't limited to books. I agree with you because nowadays some books are out of date, brother. But it was just something about for me. Man, I'm older than most, and so I will admit that. But yeah, I love reading books because it just was something that gave me that stimulation. But it doesn't have to be all about reading books. Sometimes it's just, I mean, shit, you could have watched the movie and came with the same intent.
Thank you, visual learners.
Mhm.
He said, Brian Brady says, homeboy needs to stop sleeping with the girls and start talking to them a little bit more.
Hey, hey. Let me talk to Brian Brady real quick, bro. I didn't talk. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. Bro, I didn't probably talk to as many females as you can talk to, bro. At this young age, trust me, bro. Like it's not what you think it is, bro. I'm way older up here than I look, bro. I was just talking about experiences. We can go bar for bar if you want to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Shell says, Shell S, hey y'all. Hey Shell, thanks for joining us, sis. John Mike says, my pet peeve is a know it all. I agree. Shit. Well, Ryan Brady also says, breeding stimulates your mind, keeps you sharp, introduces you to new things that you would never otherwise experience. Also, a book can transport you away, whether it's, excuse me, for a few minutes or a few hours. Shell S says, true.
Mhm. Yeah.
John Mike says, Kanye claims he does not read books.
But you know what's crazy? Everybody be talking about Kanye. Y'all see his last interview? He make a lot of sense. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
In
And y'all
this.
I
see
didn't see
Kyrie
his last interview yet,
and y'all
so,
see Kyrie Irving's about to retire from the NBA. Just did the same thing Kanye did. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They came for him big time. They basically extorting him.
You know
Shit.
what's crazy? Kanye West basically, this is not off topic, but you know, Kanye West basically just gave up his billionaire status to open up people's eyes. Just saying. But you know, he's crazy.
All right, Kanye, we gotta find out what sign Kanye is.
What is Kanye? That's a good question.
I mean, what is he like?
Brian Baker says, sounds like most of your relationships have not been long term.
Bro, I got a question. How old do you think I am, bro?
John Mike says, you look old.
I look old. What is old? Oh, he's trying, bro. What?
I think old enough to participate in the
Like,
conversation is
bro,
what he
I've
was
been,
getting.
my longest relationship was like 4 or 5 years, bro. What you talking about?
Okay.
That's a
Okay.
long time. 4 or 5 years is a long time to like
So what
know
made her
me.
so special? Tell me.
Bro, we had a lot in common, bro, and our families was just like locked in. You know what I'm saying? We was locked in, bro. Like legitimately, like locked in. I don't know. We did a lot of stuff together, and you know what's crazy? It was the first like natural relationship. It was like natural. It just happened. Like that joint just happened. We just had too much in common, and we wasn't like toxic towards each other until like to like end everything. It wasn't bad. It was tough.
So that's a good question. So is it is a relationship be more successful or common, or if you guys? Because I heard both.
I didn't hear you.
Wait, say that one more time.
I said, good question is, does a relationship last longer if you guys have more in common, or some are, some last when they're opposites? And I mean, I've seen both
Yeah.
work, but I think it's very important to have some very, common um, throughout your relationship. Like I said, you have to have some things that you might like to be
Yeah.
able, communicate and understand each other. But I don't feel like you have to know you don't have to like everything, because I think some of the uncommon things within each other help that relationship to build and be a little interesting.
Y'all can't be too alike, but y'all got to be alike. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's a fun fine line, right? It's a little wiggle movement.
Mhm.
So
Game.
sometimes you gotta suck up shit that they don't that they like. Oh, we got another there. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Right.
Dutchie's here.
Oh, what
Oh
that
wait. Did
is?
I add her? Let's
Uh,
see. Add
I-
stream. Boom. Hey Dutch. They were looking for you
Yay,
earlier.
gang. Yeah, man. I had an appointment, so I'm literally just getting out of my appointment. Um, so I figure better late than never. How's
Hey,
everybody?
not too bad. Not too bad. Man, we were having a deep discussion about relationships.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
do you mind asking that question again for us, Nat?
oh, what is best in a relationship? You have more common in a relationship versus, a big dislike, or what did I say? The dislike, having a good relationship between each other. If you more common, or if you guys are opposites.
Hmm. So Shell S says both can work, but mine work better when you have something in common. I think you have to have a few things in common to get
Yeah.
started. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
have some conversation about what the hell is going on. What you think, Phil?
About like the relationships. I mean, like I said, you gotta kind of be somewhat alike. I don't
Yeah.
know. It can even come down to like dressing, bro. You got a good sense of fashion, like with me, like that's a deal breaker for me. Everything else can fly, but like you know what I'm saying. If you got a good sense, this is just from my personal opinion. Like fashion is my thing. If a woman has a good sense of fashion, they can match my fly, bro. I can deal with everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna bring a lot of conversations about you know what I'm saying
Yeah.
about clothes.
Okay. Okay. John Mike says, "Yo, Dutch, Dutch, what you got for us?"
What up? Um, that's kind of a hard question because they say opposites attract, and to some degree, yeah, there's certain things that I do. Like I'm a weed smoker. I don't mind if you smoke, but I'm not gonna be married to you. You know what I mean? We can kick it, we can date, you
What?
know, but that ain't who I. That's just that. Like I'm not a drinker, so if he drinks, I'm cool with that because I'm not a drinker. One, I don't want to wake up and you smoking the last of my shit, so we're gonna start there.
Hold up, I'm lost though. That kind of threw me off.
you know,
So it's like,
so I don't want us all to meaning like some people it's okay to have certain habits that are the same. When you start talking about being alike, some of it's habit and then some of it's personality. So I'm cool with having similar personality traits. You know what I mean? But I feel even better us having opposite likes and dislikes. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a you know what I mean? I want our
That-
personality traits to be have things in common. But I'm cool with our likes and our dislikes. Like you might want to go hiking and that might not be for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. You like to do that as long as we can find like a happy medium. So I don't really know. Yeah.
I kind of think that's
okay.
kind of what we all were saying. Like, it doesn't have to be all. You don't have to be up under me all the fucking time. But it's cool to have it's cool to have a conversation about something that we share passion in or interest in, so that we could have the conversation.
Mhm.
Shella says, haha, Dutch. I think she was talking about that, the whole you don't want to be sharing your blunt. Now, I did
Oh
talk to
yeah.
somebody who is a double, so both pairs are weed smokers, and they said that typically what winds up happening is you never run out of weed because if you smoke the last, you run in to get some. At least that's what I heard.
I feel like that's in a perfect world, right? So
Yeah.
I'm 44. I've been smoking probably 80% of my life.
Okay.
And I've dated weed smokers, non-weed smokers. I've dated the hey, I'll smoke on the weekend type of weed smoker. And in a perfect world, yes, if both of y'all even if both of y'all are still buying, that's like saying there's no such day ever in life will ever come where somebody done smoked the last of the weed. That's like almost impossible. And for somebody that might happen. But for me, just knowing that there's a possibility, I don't want to drink up your shit. Don't smoke up my shit. I mean, it might even be certain things that I like to eat, and we both might like to eat them. Then that
Yeah.
means we have to have twice as much. But if we both really like it, having twice as much, does that really make a difference? It's just more of the shit for us to both eat.
Yeah.
So that's just me though.
Facts, facts. We get it. We get it. Establishing 87 says, Dutch, nice to see you. Any
Nice to see
contact?
you guys too. Thanks for the love, everybody. Nice to see you guys too. I was
Establishing
deadlocked in
87.
an appointment.
All right. He also says, I keep my weed like my gas tank. I don't go below half.
That, yeah, man.
Before
It
the
started.
refill.
You start seeing a quarter and shit. I start panicking, like, oh man, shit.
See, that's a straight up Virgo trait because I will not let my gas tank go below half.
Nah.
I know if
And
I
then
get stuck somewhere.
and it costs more.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
It costs more. Yeah.
It costs a lot more.
Yeah. So yeah. Here's the problem with opposites though. If you like something intimately, like sexually, and they don't, and y'all are completely opposite, like one might like S&M and one might like vanilla sex, like that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Like we can in all aspects, like each one in a perfect world sounds good, but when you really, and then like if y'all both like the same thing, who's gonna get bored first?
See. Yeah. Yeah. Shell says I panic if it's low. Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Another thing that we wanted to talk about tonight was Nat has suggested women and men in changing. You want to kick that off for us for the last couple minutes we got left, sis?
Oh, women changing. I was just want to say about this generation, how we, us women, coming out on issues and
You
being brave.
breaking up, sweetie. I'm not sure what's happening.
I said being brave on the things that we're being challenged on and stepping up as what we, as you know, women, that we need to do versus back then we weren't as accepted to step above what, you know, what we're capable of doing, and we are now showing what we're capable of doing and actually doing it.
Yeah, facts, facts. Now I have a question, and I may be rubbing against the grain on this one, but like, let's say the special forces, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're allowing women in now. Now there are some women that can kick the shit out of a dude. However, they still don't have. I don't think a woman would ever have the same strength that a man carries instinctively and naturally. And those women have to be able to do some of the same things those dudes do. Now, they have their places, you know, some of them are better shooters than guys and things like that. But is it does it weaken? Does
We
it
can.
weaken us? If they're out there fighting just like the dudes? I'm just asking it because I'm thinking how we've changed and how we've progressed to being equal to dudes, right?
Yeah. No,
And then
I
on the flip side of that, let's
mhm.
talk about like Caitlyn Jenner and how she was recognized for being a woman of the year for things that she won as a dude.
Well, that's a,
Hold up, wait, what?
yeah. I'm like, that's so separate. But just for answering your first question, I don't think it weakens the forces because they have to do the same tests as the same as a male. Now, if that female passes all those tests, and usually it's even harder for a
Okay.
female to do those tests
Yeah.
and prove themselves that they can pass, what says they're not as equivalent to that man that passed the same,
To
you
pass
know?
the same test. Yep.
Yes.
And
So
so I know.
physical tests.
Okay. And it's the same rules across because I know for some of them, the women PT is different than the men.
I don't know what PT. I mean, I could talk for the Air Force. There's no different PT for Air Force
Men and women.
for men and women. No,
Okay. Okay.
at least
All right.
in my generation, because I retired in 2015, and I know the military has changed a lot. So I'm
See.
from before, you know, when I retired.
Okay. Okay. No, that's cool info to know. You know, because like when I was going for so I was going for another one of the three leverage services, right? And it was like the men had to run their mile in like 15 or no, like 12 to like maybe 13 minutes, and the women had to run their mile in like 13 to 14 minutes. So it
Oh,
was just, that's
that
why I was asking the question, because
was
I haven't seen the regs since then. So
it depends. Now that category was like different age. Your age was different, and then your time is different depending on your age, and of course, not of course, but also female and male. So, the male do have a shorter time to get that, mile and a half or 2 miles to complete versus a woman. They have a little leadway. So a
okay.
minute or two, but
Yeah,
I mean,
no, I
I
get
feel
it.
like
I get it. Okay, all right.
but I don't think the gender like the stuff like talking about the weekends. I'll be feeling like she raw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
mhm.
That's how I feel. Nice, you know.
No, there's some bad bras out there, man, that could
Bro,
do some tough shit.
you seen Serena Williams? Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at her.
Huh?
Seen like Serena Williams and Venus and all them.
I didn't like them. No, I loved them.
That's what I'm saying. Look at them.
Oh
They
yeah.
OC.
Oh yeah.
They're ridiculous. Like
Yeah, I'm
athletic
sure
wise.
they could
Oh
do
my
some shit.
goodness.
Mhm.
What's that girl? Brittany Griner, bro. She over there and she got locked up, but she's crazy. Like she,
Yeah.
you
And
know,
she over there doing 10 years for a
Yeah.
baby.
yeah.
Yeah, we've
That's
had
it.
many a discussion about her. So look, Establishing 87 says, I don't think y'all ready for the mental aspect at war and being able to kill and keep moving.
Bro, I ain't
I
Nah,
gonna lie
lost
to
my
you.
some
I don't
serial
earbud.
think no.
killers are women, bruh.
So
I don't think
I lost
nobody's
my
ready for that. I don't
How
think nobody's ready for that
that
though.
unless you've been there to Afghanistan. I mean, for experience, I had to shoot. It was for my, defending the people around me and my life. So I'm sorry, you have to talk by experience.
Yeah, yeah. Facts, facts. Because I damn
I
sure
lost
carried my gun and I was ready to use it when I was over
Hmm
I
there.
lost I lost my earbud, y'all. So I was on mute for a
Oh,
long time.
Go ahead, Dutch. What you got?
No, no, no. I have nothing. I was really saying I didn't understand the question. I didn't understand the question, and I was like, "Wait, y'all don't. Why are y'all ignoring me?"
Oh,
But
man. Yeah,
the
we
shit
couldn't
was
hear
the
you. We
shit
like
couldn't
was
hear you.
on.
quiet. I'm
It
like,
was
that is
on mute.
quiet.
Yeah.
My shit was on mute, man. I was like, "Hey, y'all, my earbud. I can't." And
Mm.
everybody's just like,
We kept
yeah,
on moving, huh?
yeah, my
My
shit was
bad,
on
my
mute.
bad.
No, no,
Well,
no. Nobody could hear me, so you know.
so
So
Establishing
no.
87 says, thank you for your service. Brian Beatty says, total role reversal between men and women in the past 10 to 15 years. Facts. Facts. Because a lot more women are breadwinners now.
But for the better or for the worse? The
I'm
role
not really sure.
reversal.
Yeah, that may be a topic to cover next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then Shell S says, men got their strengths, but we women have two in other wars. Yeah, in other ways. We women have our strengths in other ways. You're right. You're right, Shell. You're definitely right. And on that note, I'm going to bid everybody good evening. Thank you for joining us. Next
Yeah.
time, same channel, same place. Everybody wave or do your deuces or say your peace outs. And to the viewers that will be catching us later, thank you for joining us. And always leave comments and be sure to like and subscribe. Have a good night.